Okay, so here we are, Polaris Sportsman 90. Pulled the drain plug, let it drain. These things are royally upsetting. Slide hammer would probably work a little better. Don't know where mine is. So, here we are. Okay, so what you can do is take a 1-inch wrench, put it in there, and then just jiggle the handle back and forth, pushing it up against the block. Try not to break anything. Back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. This one's pretty loose, so now I'm going to remove these two bolts up under here, and then go around and pull the rest of these bolts out around there. You don't have to remove this unless you still have the chain on, obviously. But just, what size are those? Those are going to be 5/16 on the outside bolts. I think these two are 10, and then there's a bolt that goes up underneath from here. That's going to be another 10. Easier just to get it from the bottom of the bike. Anyway, so it should be drained. I still see some nasty gear oil in there, which is always fun to smell. But anyway, I'm going to pull out these bolts, and the shifter should just come right off. Just kind of move it out of your way when you need to get to when you need to access it. Just shift it back and forth. It won't matter when you get it all pulled apart. Okay, so pull out the 8 bolts around there, and then put this bolt back in. Gives you something good to grab on. Just pull it out. This handle, when it come off, I wiggled and jiggled it, and it didn't like it. So, yeah, there's the rest of the gear oil just going on the ground. Anyway, I'll remove this case, and I'll show you what's in here. You just pull it straight out. Wiggle it out. There's nothing connected at this point. Alright guys, so I've stripped down the bike over there, but I'm going to show you on this other motor because I frankly don't think I can handle it. Recording and putting the bike back together because it's kind of a pain. Alright, so we've removed this piece. This is the, this has got the spring and everything in the ball. So spring goes in there, washer on there to keep it from leaking. Anyway, so first piece, okay, so sorry, this is an old piece that's already in here. So this will be what your transmission looks like when you clean it out. Just go ahead. At this point, you can double check bearings, make sure nothing's playing around in there, making noise, etc. Clean it up real well. So anyway, first piece goes in there. That's going to actuate over there to the clutch side. All right. And then what you're going to do is you're going to take this next piece. So what you want gear side up or to the outside of the bike. This will actually engage on your drive line to your chain for your sprocket. So right there, just kind of fits in there. The way this thing works is your dog gear either moves it to this side or this side. So when you shift it, here's neutral, shift it. I believe this would be reverse, shift it down, drive. So depending on how that is, it'll go like that. Also, at the same point, when you're installing this, this makes it very difficult. Okay, over here, you're gonna have your dog gear. So anyway, right here, you've got your little, little nipple piece, and basically, you can just put this into here like this, and then shove that whole piece right there. Boom, nice and easy peasy. So when this shifts, when this moves, it moves everything and creates your cogs running differently. So anyway, you put that piece in just like that. This will be your next piece. So that little tip that's on there on the fork, you're gonna want that inside of this piece. So it's kind of hard to do it with one hand, but you're gonna kind of lift these pieces back up together. Okay, well, I managed to do it. And then so when you shift, see how that fork moves up and down? So that's switching gears. So, you know, reverse, or well, I guess, yeah, reverse, neutral, forward. These transmissions aren't complicated, so don't be afraid of them. Okay, now in this piece, this will be the last piece. I still haven't pulled the shift lever off of this one, but this is where your shift lever goes, and that's this piece. So basically, if you notice on this gear, the more you turn it, the higher the fork raises. So this is all the way up, okay? So that means the only way that it can spin is back counterclockwise. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna put this piece back in, right? And see the teeth, you're gonna wanna line the teeth up so that, okay, you're gonna get it in there. This motor's a little tight still. It was pretty roach. See, they had a big old crack in the case, so they just kind of did this. But anyway, hold on one second. Let me push this down more with two hands. But basically, you'll see when I'm there we go. See, the cogs in there now are pretty solid. So when you rotate it, so this is reverse right now. Okay, I think I've been telling you backwards. Sorry about that, but trying to actually work and not be a high quality cameraman. Anyway, so basically when this rotates, this will rotate back and forth with it. So it's in the reverse position. So when you put your case back on, you'll know that it's in reverse, so that you can line up your lever at this point to where you need to be. So hold on and I'll show you how the whole assembly works. Okay, so oh my goodness, I got too much crap. So basically, shifting it back, see it's in reverse, shifting it forward, kind of pried up against something here, but you see how it moves. Okay, now what you'll do, okay, so this position's in reverse, but you don't want to go completely all the way. So now if you see down in there the little valleys, so that's going to be your reverse hole, your neutral valley, and then you can't see it right now, but that'll be your drive valley. Or actually, sorry, I'm lying to you guys. I'm trying to look through the camera and not, but there's another one right over here. So there's three. So forward, neutral, reverse, right? Makes a whole lot of sense. So what you'll do is you'll take your piece back after you get it together, get the ball bearing, put it on there, and then just run this up. And the ball bearing will see push up in there like it's supposed to. So anyway, guys, that's what I'm going to go ahead and do on the bike. And just this reverse order. You can put it together with a little bit of assembly lube or something if you want. You know, these things are pretty oily, so hopefully it'll work and you won't have any more problems. So if your bike is not shifting gears, if it's not going from forward and reverse, it's because this fork isn't able to move up and down, or you've ran your teeth off of it. But this piece you're never going to see when you put the case on. The case is going to go on before the lever. It's going to go on there, and this is actually going to actuate your drive sprocket. So hope this helps. Just put it back together in reverse order, and make sure you put some RTF, or if you buy a new gasket, go ahead and put a new gasket on the bottom, because you don't want gear oil leaking all over your garage while your son's four-wheeler sits there. If you got any questions or comments, just mark them below. If you like the video, I know I'm horrible, but I'll try to add whatever content you want, especially on these little ones. On the little Polaris 50s and 90s, I pretty much know these things like the back of my hand. My very first one I bought for my son, and it was in 3 pieces, so I learned a lot about them. Anyway, if you like what you see, push the like button, subscribe. If you don't like it, then all right, man, on to the next video, right? Thank you, guys. Have a good one.